Welcome to our channel, Jewels, Wealth and Style. What if becoming rich by 2026 is not about luck? What if it is not about timing the market or finding some hidden secret? Instead, consider that wealth is a result of positioning yourself correctly. It is about the choices you make today. It is about the systems you build before January. This is not a promise of instant riches. It is an invitation to begin a deliberate process. The path to financial security is paved with small, consistent actions, not grand, risky bets. It is a quiet journey, one that favors discipline over drama. This essay offers a clear, step-by-step blueprint for that journey. We will explore the architecture of wealth, the kind that is built to last. It starts with a fundamental shift in mindset. It moves to a practical income blueprint. We will then discuss the subtle power of identity, how who you believe you are shapes what you can achieve. Finally, we will outline a 5-step action plan designed to carry you toward your 2026 goals. This is a strategic guide. It is designed for those who prefer calm confidence over loud hype. The ideas are direct. The sentences are short. The focus is on what works over the long term. The tone here is intentional. It is calm. It is authoritative. It is meant to feel like a conversation with a trusted mentor. You will not find exaggerated claims or unrealistic promises. Wealth, as we will define it, is not just about accumulating money. It is about creating financial security. It is about freedom. It is about the power to make choices. It is about having options. This is a practical framework. It is strategic. Every section is designed to give you concrete steps to take. The principles are timeless, but the application is tailored for the opportunities that lie ahead. The results, however, depend entirely on your commitment to consistent action. This is not a passive experience. It is a call to engage with the material, to take the ideas and apply them to your own life, to start building one small decision at a time. This is your foundation for what is to come. Our journey begins with a simple question that challenges a common belief. It asks you to consider wealth not as a lottery ticket, but as a calculated outcome. What if becoming rich in 2026 is not about luck, but about positioning yourself correctly? This single idea is the hook upon which this entire blueprint hangs. It reframes the pursuit of wealth from a game of chance to a game of strategy, a game you can learn to play well. A game where the rules are clear. The path forward is not hidden. It is available to anyone willing to learn and apply a disciplined approach. We will not speak of get-rich-quick schemes. Instead, we will focus on the slow, compounding power of long-term value creation. Wealth is a signal. It indicates that you have provided something of value to others. Our structure is designed to guide you through this process. First, we will rebuild your mindset to mirror that of successful long-term builders. Then, we will construct an income blueprint focused on multiple stable streams. Following that, we will explore the luxury identity principle, which aligns your actions with your ambitions. Finally, a 5-step action plan will translate theory into practice. This essay is your guide. It is written to be accessible with a premium feel that respects your intelligence. The pace is measured, the ideas are direct. We use short sentences to make complex concepts clear and memorable. Think of this as a strategic briefing, not a motivational speech. The goal is to arm you with a functional plan, a plan that you can start implementing before the new year arrives. The aim is to build something substantial, something that provides not just money security, freedom of choice. This is wealth defined on your own terms. Before we proceed, a commitment is required, not to me, but to yourself. Decide now that you will not just consume this information, but that you will use it. Decide that you will take the first small step, then the next. The path to significant financial change is built upon such decisions. It is a process of learning followed by deliberate, consistent action. This is where the real work begins. Let us start building your future one piece at a time with clarity and with purpose. The time to position yourself is now. The journey to wealth begins not with an action, but with a change in perspective. It starts when you adjust your timeline. Most people operate on a short horizon. They think in terms of weeks. They think in terms of months. They chase quarterly earnings reports. They chase yearly bonuses. This is the path to earning a living, but it is not the path to building wealth. The wealthy think differently. Their horizon is measured in years. Their horizon is often measured in decades. They understand that true financial strength is not built overnight. It is cultivated patiently, like planting a forest. You do not expect a towering oak tree from a sapling in a single season. This long-term view changes every decision you make. It shifts your focus from short-term thrills to sustainable growth. A quick profit from a speculative trade loses its appeal when compared to the steady, compounding returns of a well-chosen asset held for a decade. The desire for an expensive new car fades when you reframe that money as the seed for an investment that could generate passive income for the rest of your life. This mindset is about trading instant gratification for enduring freedom. It is a quiet, internal negotiation that happens daily. It is the choice to favor the future you over the present you. This perspective requires discipline. It is easy to get distracted by the noise of the market and the apparent success of others. Social media is a constant stream of short-term wins, but the foundation of wealth is built in silence, away from the crowd. It is built by those who can delay their rewards. They understand that the most powerful force in finance is time. By extending your time horizon, you give your assets room to grow, you give your skills room to grow, and you give your decisions the room they need to grow and compound. You move from being a gambler, hoping for a lucky break, to being an architect, patiently constructing a solid foundation. Think about your own financial goals. Are they framed in months? Are they framed in years? A goal to make $10,000 extra this year is a short-term sprint. A goal to build a system that generates an extra $1,000 per month is a long-term project. The first is a one-time event. The second is a permanent change in your financial reality. This is the fundamental mindset shift. Start seeing your financial life not as a series of sprints, but as a marathon. Your strategy should not be about how fast you can run the next mile, but about how you can build the endurance to finish the entire race stronger than you started. Wealthy individuals understand a core principle that often eludes others. They know that money is not the primary goal. It is a byproduct. It is a signal that value has been successfully created and delivered. Chasing money directly is like trying to catch smoke. It's fleeting and lacks substance. The more effective path is to focus on creating value. When you solve a problem for someone, improve a process, or offer a unique skill, you are creating value. Money is simply the medium of exchange society uses to thank you for your contribution. This reframes your entire approach to work and business. Your central question should not be, how can I make more money? Instead, it should be, how can I create more value? This could mean becoming so good at your job that you are indispensable. It could mean building a side business that serves a specific unmet need in the market. It could mean creating content that educates or inspires a niche audience. In each case, the focus is on the output, on the service, on the solution. Money flows to value as a natural consequence. This is a more sustainable and ethical path to wealth. It is built on contribution, not extraction. This principle also changes how you view risk. The common approach is to avoid risk at all costs. The mindset of a value creator is to manage risk intelligently. When you are focused on solving a real problem, the risk is not in trying and failing. The real risk is in doing nothing. Failure, in this context, is not a final verdict. It is simply data. It is feedback from the market telling you that your current solution is not quite right. You take that data, adjust your approach, and try again. The wealthy do not avoid failure. They learn from it faster than others. To put this into practice, start by identifying the value you currently provide. Write it down. In your job, in your business, in your projects. Now, ask yourself, how can I increase that value tenfold? Not your income, but the value you create. Would it require learning a new skill, serving a larger audience, improving the quality of your product? This exercise shifts your focus from your own bank account to the needs of the marketplace. When you obsess over delivering overwhelming value, the market will eventually find a way to reward you in an overwhelming way. This is the secret. Section 2. Step 1. Position. The first step in our 5-part action plan is to position yourself with absolute clarity. This is the strategic foundation upon which all your subsequent actions will be built. It involves defining 2 critical elements: your unique marketable skills, a precise financial goal for 2026. This is not a vague wish, it is a concrete business plan for your life. You must be able to articulate the specific value you bring to the marketplace. What problem do you solve better than anyone else? What unique combination of skills do you possess? This becomes the core of your personal brand and your professional narrative. It is the story you tell potential employers. It is the story you tell clients. It is the story you tell partners. Once you have defined your value, you must attach a number to your ambition. A goal like, become rich is useless because it is not measurable. A goal like, achieve a net worth of $500,000 by December 31st. 2026 is powerful. It is specific, measurable, and time-bound. This number is not pulled from thin air. It should be based on a realistic assessment of your income potential. This number should be based on your savings rate. This number should be based on your investment strategy. This clear financial target acts as your North Star, guiding your decisions and helping you filter out distractions. It transforms your efforts from a random walk into a purposeful march toward a known destination. With your value and your goal defined, you must craft the narrative that connects them. This narrative is your brand. It should be reflected on your LinkedIn profile. It should be reflected on your personal website. It should be reflected in your professional bio. It should tell a coherent story about who you are. It should tell a coherent story about what you do. It should tell a coherent story about where you are going. For example, a software engineer specializing in fintech, currently building scalable payment solutions, with the goal of leading a product team by 2026. This narrative positions you not just based on what you have done, but on what you intend to do. It attracts the right kind of opportunities and people into your orbit. This positioning work is the most important intellectual exercise you will undertake. Spend a full day on it. Write it down on a single page. This document becomes your strategic plan. It should outline your core skill. It should outline your target market or industry. It should outline your financial goal for 2026. It should include the one-sentence narrative that ties it all together. This is not a static document. You will refine it over time, but having this initial clarity is what separates the deliberate builder from the hopeful drifter. It is the act of drawing the map before you begin the journey. With your position defined, you move to step 2. Build. This phase is about focused execution. Select one primary income engine and commit most of your energy to it. Career, main business. Choose one scalable secondary stream to develop. Side business, freelance service, digital product, energy allocation is critical. 60% into primary, 30% into secondary, 10% into experiments. Strengthen your base while building for the future. Simultaneously, you must execute step 3. Protect. Building wealth without protecting it is like trying to carry water in a leaky bucket. Start with the basics. Establish an emergency fund. Ensure adequate insurance. Set up simple legal structures. Use tax-advantaged accounts starting now. Building gives you momentum. Protecting ensures you keep what you have earned. They are two sides of the same coin. Step 4. Invest. The automated path to compounding. Your surplus capital is put to work, not left idle. Automate the process. This is the single most important action. Keep your investment philosophy simple and robust. Core of your portfolio. Low cost, diversified index funds. This is your set-it-and-forget-it foundation. When fear is high and prices are low, cash lets you buy high-quality assets at a discount. Step 5. Scale and delegate, buying back your time. This is the transition from being the primary doer to becoming the architect of systems. Start by identifying and documenting repeatable tasks. That process can then be delegated. Your time is best spent on tasks that only you can do. Setting strategy, building key relationships. This is how you move from a linear income tied to your time to an exponential one, tied to the effectiveness of the systems you have built. The knowledge contained within this blueprint is only potential energy. It becomes kinetic only when you translate it into action. Your journey begins with a single deliberate step taken within the next 24 hours. It could be writing down your specific net worth goal. It could be opening a new investment account. It could be identifying one low-value task. Or it could be contacting one person you admire. The size of the action is irrelevant. The commitment to taking it is everything. You are no longer someone who is just thinking about building wealth. You are someone who is actively building it. The journey of 1,000 miles begins not just with a single step, but with the decision to take it now. For those who wish to explore these concepts in greater depth, premium resources are available in the description to support your journey. The choice is yours. The time is now. Start with one deliberate step today. Before you go, subscribe for calm wealth insights. Thank you. Disclaimer: this is not investment advice. Do your own research.